So it's maybe about 20 minutes into episode 7. Yeah, about 15 minutes into episode 7. And we're still dealing with the aftermath of Hep V being discovered. We're dealing with the governor's death still. We're dealing with Terry's death still. Sookie finally came out of the Fae hiding hole that she has at the cemetery. I guess it's linked to the cemetery in some way because of her family or something. I think that's where the spiritual link is, and I'm pretty sure in the previous seasons it was probably talked about. I just don't remember because it's been so long since I've seen previous seasons. But Sookie's talking to Arlene right now about Terry and everything, and I just paused it just as it looks like it's about to focus on Sam for a little bit and see where things go with Sam. I'm still dealing with the aftermath of that. I can't believe Alcide was that big of a dick that he banishes him from Louisiana altogether when he's got the bar in Bon Temps, so whatever. I don't know. I hope Sam eventually gets to come back because Sam's cool. Alcide's turned into a raging dick. So that's about what we're going through right now as far as episode 7 goes. It seems like it's more just dealing with the aftermath type of episode. So yeah, we'll see how this ends up turning out. So we're at the end of episode 7, and it did revolve in a whole aftermath fashion. Jessica ended up banging that dude that they were trying to force her to bang last time. Willingly this time, though. I'm not sure if Jason fully knows. He was just there. Because the governor's dead, I guess he lost his leverage of some sort. And the ex of the gay vampire preacher dude, she had him cut and thrown into female gen pop, and Tara tried to defend him, but some other head honcho lady is all like, mine, whatever, so there's something that might go down there next episode. And Bill's still continuously able to walk through light. Don't know if it's a permanent thing. Don't know how long it's going to last. And let's see here. Alcide's pack found the chick and her mom as she was trying to leave from Sam. Trying to go their separate ways. So yeah. And see here, I think that's about it. Right now it just ended with Nora dying in Eric's arms from the hepatitis V. So, on to episode 8. And of course it opens up with, Eric holding Nora's dead blood stuff. Bill's standing there. And they get into it. And of course Bill has to be somewhat superior, and he has to throw Godric into the argument. And instead of letting Eric grieve, but whatever. He couldn't even wait 5 minutes. Like, she just exploded in his arms, basically. And he's already, like, we need to take care. You can't give it, I mean, you messed up on that one, Bill, not Eric. You messed up on that one. Eric had every right to feel the way he felt because it was his vampiric sister. They shared the same maker, they were close, and, clearly you don't understand that because you weren't close like that with your maker, so, how could you possibly understand what Eric's going through? But, it's okay. Sucks, though. So guys, I'll see you guys at the end of the episode. So there's a mutiny in the vampire prison, and um, they're taking people one by one that don't want to drink the true blood, that know about the hepatitis V. Sookie's deciding to become a vampire, well, vampire fairy, whatever. But Eric sucked enough blood out of Adelaide, whatever the hell her name is, to get to the fairy place where Sookie had Warlow, and Eric drunk Warlow's blood. Don't know if he drained him clean. Don't know. I have no clue. But now, yeah, it just looks like the whole clusterfuck is going on. And, you know, I guess that chick that Sam was banging is Prego. This is going to be interesting for the story. That'll help on episode 9. Oh, this is going to be interesting. See how things go. So the opener for episode 9, they're saving Warlow's, well, Sookie's saving Warlow's life. Bill's trying to make him go when he just freaking became conscious after drinking a little bit of Sookie. And Bill's threatening to kill Sookie if he doesn't tell him how to get out of the Feyland. Warlow's like, use your light, Sookie. And she's like, I don't know, it's not going to work. He's like, yes, it will. And she does it. It's like, it was a blast. Like, it was epic. It wasn't just like that little beam that she normally did. It was like a full-on, like, Kamehameha wave. Like, it was huge by comparison. And so, I don't know. I'm starting to like this Warlow character. I'm starting to like him. I'm starting to like Bill a hell of a lot less. Eric is getting on my nerves too, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to be completely mad at these characters because they are just trying to survive. That's, you know, they're doing it in somewhat selfish ways, but at the same time, Eric is trying to be selfless at the same time as he's being selfish. He's only seeing one way, and it's his way, so that's the aspect that I think he's being selfish. He's not seeing any other ways but his own way to handle things. But he's trying to save people at the same time, so it's kind of hard to be mad at that. Bill is super complex, because he seems like he's trying to save them, but it seems more or less he's trying to save them so he's not alone. Like, because that's what eventually will end up happening, is if all the vampires are gone, he's going to be the only vampire. And so it's more or less like he's just trying not to be alone than trying to save his kind. That's, to me, what it seems like with Bill. So, I don't know, I'm going to see how episode 9 ends. I'll be back then. Okay, episode 9 to me is a little bit... I think it was wonderful. I think it was done wonderfully. They were able to continue the story that was going on with the whole vision that Bill had had previously about them being trapped in the sunlight and everything like that. Well, they were also able to pay tribute to Terry at the same time. They did this whole funeral thing. Each time they cut away from the stuff that was going on at the government bunker, you know, the vampire jail, they were cutting back to the funeral and paying attention to Terry's funeral. And they didn't treat him like he was just like a second-class character. They treated him like he really was part of the cast. Because to me, his character really was a real part of the show. Kind of in the sense that, you know, Opie was with Sons of Anarchy. You know, so that made me happy. That genuinely made me happy. So I guess it finally clicked in Bill's head that I think it's seeming more like a permanent solution. Warlow's blood is like permanent. If vampires drink it, they become permanently immune to the sun. That's what it seems like, because it clicked in his head to use his blood to save everybody because Eric was trying to get there, but he wasn't getting there in time, and the crazy religious chick was turning the thing and releasing the sun on them, and Bill was just laying in the middle and everybody was biting on him, and finally freaking Newland is dead in the sunlight. Eric didn't let him drink because Eric got there at like the last second as all that was going down, and he like stopped Newland from leaving and held him in the sun. And I wish Jason would have killed that chick though, or I wish one of the vampires would have came up on her as she was trying to leave and killed her before Jason. Like as Jason was letting her go. Would have been awesome. I mean, she's kind of hot and all, but bitch. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Eric took off at the last second, but see, I'm a little bit confused because there's vampires that came out at nighttime, which I'm confused. How is it nighttime and daytime at the same time? So, what time zone was everybody in? But some chick stole a True Blood delivery, like a group of vampires, and so I think it's, how, okay, in True Blood there's always like some kind of mid-season conclusion and then like the release of a new evil just at the end, whatever. This is kind of that moment, except it's a little later. So there's 3 episodes left, so it's basically going to be the birth of a new evil. So episode 10, 11, and 12 is probably going to revolve around that. And I think it's going to be more along the lines of that it's going to be a widespread outbreak of the hepatitis V virus. I think that's going to be next season's new thing. That's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already, comment, favorite, share, all that wonderful stuff. I'm going to go watch Breaking Bad. See you next time.